That's not a given. Okay, we still have 3 minutes till I will go 100% live here, so... Oh, not live. I am live, but stop playing, it's called. Everything here is working. Everything here is working. I always check if everything is working. So everything seems fine so far. I'll just let it be on this screen until we start because we have to load our save file from the last time. I just have to get Twitch to start the counter again also, because for some reason it won't do that every single time. There we go. Okay. Hey Frost. And welcome to the stream. I still have a couple of minutes before I start completely, so I'll just making sure that everything is working as intended. Also, where is my game on my hotbar or taskbar? Apparently I have too many icons, so I have a screen 2 on my taskbar. Oh god, I have too many icons on my taskbar. Okay, there it is. Not a good thing if I can't find the game. Maybe I should delete some of the icons. Why do I have so many icons? Oh right, I just added that one yesterday. That's why. Okay. Then I know why everything is weird. Okay. Now everything should be good. What did I... Oh god, I pressed something on my machine. I don't want to quit the game. And just to make sure that my controller is activated, that's fine. So the plan is for today that we continue from where we left off last time. And I will see if I can at least get to Luca today. I can't remember how long it takes to get to that point at the game at all. I just really last time that it took so long just to get to this point, I didn't remember at all. So, but load the save file, yes please. And I don't hope my mouse is on the screen. Hello little kid. Well, there we go.
You awake? Captain Walker's waiting for you.
Question is this way or the other way? He's waiting for me. It's here, I guess.
Ah, there you are. Be St. Aurochs, huddle. On to the temple, where we pray for victory. Go! High Summoner O'Halloran used to live in the Kilika Temple here. Yup, Lord O'Halloran was once a great blitzer, you know.
Waka. Praying for victory's all good. But is this right?
Something wrong with enjoying blitzball?
Is this really the time?
This is the only time. The players fight with all their strength. The fans cheer for their favorite team. They forget pain, suffering. Only the game matters. That's why Blitz has been around for so long. At least that's what I think.
Whatever you say.
Let's play and win, right?
Right.
Temple's beyond the jungle there. Let's go.
Well, off to the jungle we go.
Huh?
That doesn't seem safe. Okay, what's in here? Probably the shop. Oh, some destroyed heart. There's a chest. 3 potions. Well, that is destroyed. I'm just going again then. So, through the witch we go. I just don't hope I run into... I can't remember what they're called. There are a monster that I really hate in this game because one of the first things it does is... It's blinding me. And a save point, so safe. So I hope we can get through here without any hiccups.
Yuna's saying she wants you with us.
Huh?
I want to ask you to be my guardian.
You know what? There's no time for jokes, yeah? He may be a blitzball whiz kid, but up against fiends, he's a newbie.
Not a guardian, then. I just want him nearby.
What?
What? What do you mean?
It's just that... Well... We're all going to the temple anyway. Can't this wait till later? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have...
There's nothing to be sorry about. I'm just not really sure what's going on.
My apologies.
Maybe. But, let's see.
Kimari, why don't you use Lancet on it?
What's a lancet?
Normally, it's a skill that weakens enemies and heals the user. But when a Ronso uses it, that Ronso can sometimes learn Fiend's abilities.
Hey, sounds cool.
Yeah, that's also a thing. So... I don't think I can actually see... I don't think they'll have... Yeah, I have no clue what I'm trying to say. I don't think that these guys have elemental weakness. Oh, actually they have. So... I guess these circles on that is their weaknesses, so it's just weak to fire. But now we have Seed Cannon. Well, maybe. I actually have no clue. But the runs is... I know it's hard to see on him right now, but he has a horn, and I don't know that much about Final Fantasy 14. So, but his horn has been broken and he's actually quite small for his race. So, but again, I don't know that much about Final Fantasy 14, so... But, so I don't think actually they're connected. I played Final Fantasy 14 a little. I have no clue where I am. Okay, so you can take this guy. This one is electric. Yeah, the Runsers is not technological at all. But again, it is Final Fantasy, so they kind of change things up at the times. That was not... can't I... That doesn't seem... I just thought there was a way to... switch out. Okay, so it is weak against water, of course.
Anyone thirsty?
Well, out of a wager. Thank you. Okay, I am so confused of to where I am right now. So this was the way I didn't take before, wasn't it? That's just here. Okay, this is where I started. I know I'm running around a little, but I really want to get some of the items. That stinks. Okay, so Walker is good at taking flyings, as I remember.
I could take care of those alone, huh?
I have a feeling that they poisoned me. God dang it. Okay, you should be able to take... Nope.
Burn.
I'm close to a save point, so I will not heal his poison. And also we're getting some good XP here. Okay. Save. I know I just saved there before, but yeah, you can see that guy down there, that's the one I don't like. But I have a stupid feeling I have to fight it.
Make way!
And it's not dead yet. Oh, almost dead. There we go. That had more health than I thought.
You're not too bad.
Thank you.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Okay. Can I run this way around it? Oh, those fights. Specials, can I launch it again? So that's 500 health. It has way too much health.
See ya!
But at least it didn't get a turn, so that's a good thing.
Told ya!
No, it didn't. Also, it's only people that, if you want to ask about the XP thing, it's only people that... Because we're trying... Okay, don't care about you. But it's only people that is in the fight that actually get XP. Or actually not only is in the fight, but also attacks in the fight that gets XP. One button. So, if they don't attack, they don't get anything. But that is also a way to get a lot of XP later on. If you have someone you didn't train, then you just have to come out in the beginning of the fight let them attack once and then switch out to someone that is much stronger and then just yeah, eat through the enemies. I'll just level up here a little. Use speed, so I raise my accuracy by 1. And I think that's the only one for him. You I was about to go up here. So strength +2 and mana. Don't think you really use it though. Oh god, you have a lot of... Okay, I can move through here without any problems to begin with. Evasion up and... magic up. And then move again as so here. Magic defense up and evasion up. And Walker also have 1, so... magic increased. Was that all my characters? Yeah. Okay, I think I got around it. Get around. So what do we have down here? I have a feeling if I go this way, then I will just run into it. Okay, we take this. And water. Okay, that worked. I will mostly skip over the... Okay, I may not attack it actually right now. I think I know why. So I should have had to go around. It just pushed me away from it. Do I have anyone that is stronger against? I don't think so. Special. I only have Lancer. I'll just attack them. And fire. Ooh, that did a lot more damage now that I leveled up.
I've been saving this one for you.
How could you have been saving it? You just got it. I can't even remember if I know I get more specials as time goes on, but I can't remember if I get them for using the specials or I just get them. Okay, it seems like this is the way forward. I should have saved that special though. Always overkill.
These stone steps have a history, you know.
No.
Yep. Lord O'Holland trained here at his peak.
I don't like that laugh. Sounds
A
weird.
race, huh? Think you can beat me?
Yuna, if you would.
Ready?
Hey!
Ah, huh? Hey!
And save. Because I know there's a boss monster up here. There's always a boss monster after a save point.
Everyone, quick! Sin spawn!
Hello, small fellas. Okay. So what do we have? Weak to fire, weak to nothing. It has a plus on water. I think plus is just normal damage. But then why doesn't it have fire? Okay, but I know I need to defeat these guys first, so Ow. Okay. Special launch. I can't remember if I get anything for these guys. Okay. Or maybe they heal on it. Oh, nothing. They healed. Okay. Plus sign, not a good idea to use. Now I at least know what it means. And I really don't like my mates at all. Okay, so I need to use fire on this guy. Or maybe switch out for someone that can deal a lot more damage. Here, so raise my attack and defense if it was what it did, I think. Not that way take out though. Okay, so we only have one more left of these. Okay. That attack hurts actually. Okay. Get Lulu back in. Black Mage, fire damage. That does the trick. Well, hello there. This item potion. Where is my cursor? There we go. Just to check if it gives me anything. One machine that way. Okay, and one more potion for Lulu so she doesn't die. And Waka, you're poisoned again. God dang it. Switch potatoes. And then can heal himself a little. Actually curious. Can I send Yuna out and then summon? Just to save on little on my characters. Also, now I think I have every character in the fight too, so let's see how much we can cheese this. Okay, still not. I can use black magic actually from this guy, so fire. Don't really sit down speed at all by using this, so think this is just the best I can do so far. At least I'm immune to that. That doesn't work at all. So no cheating. Okay. Energy ray. That's the other attack we got last time. I can't remember. Well, it's dead. It's dead overkill, so. I actually think Energy Ray is this normal attack where Energy Blast is this with the special one I got.
Yeesh.
Sorry about that. Hope to break you in a little slower.
Being a guardian's tiring.
You handle yourself pretty well. You got talent.
Hey. So, what are these sin spawn anyway?
Fiends. They fall from Sin's body and are left behind in its wake.
Leave him alone and Sin comes back for him. You gotta be quick.
That moment when Waka told me I had talent in battle, I think that was when I started seriously considering becoming a guardian.
Level up. Okay, bright shield. So we have a new shield. So let's. First off, levels. This is the only thing that is, I think, is really time consuming here is to level up. Because yeah, you have to do all of this for every single level, where in other games you just get it. Also, real quiet here because there's only the jungle sounds. Okay. If I move one this way first, then I can get this. Since there's a level 1 lock, I can't get up there, so... Just want to hit. Okay, if I go up here, in here, take these, and then go down, then I get out here. That seems like a plan. Okay, now I have silent attack, so if I remember correctly, silent is the attack that does so others can't use magic. I guess. Okay. And this is Dark Ward. If I'm not mistaken, Dark Ward, I can't get silence now. Not silence. I can't get blinded. I'm just checking, I can't remember if I got anything new and exciting. Okay, so this is straight, but this has Ice Strike. I rather want Ice Strike actually. Then it has Auto Ice on it from the beginning. Or Ice Magic. Ice Magic isn't a thing, is it? I can't remember. Oh, right, there's Fire, Ice, Water, Lightning.
Got fiends in Xanarkand too.
Just a few. It's a big deal when one shows up, though. Hey, since when have you believed me about Xanarkin anyway?
I've been thinking. Maybe people Sin gets to don't die. Maybe Sin carries them through time, like 1,000 years through time. And then one day, maybe they just pop back, see?
Amazing. Simply amazing. You make up one theory after another, refusing to face the simple truth. Sin didn't take Chappu anywhere. Sin crushed him and left him on the Jose shore. Your brother won't just pop back. Oh, and one more thing. No matter how much you want it, no one can take Chappu's place. No one can replace Sir Jekt, for that matter. And there's no replacement for Lord Braska, either. It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
Well, she is the light of the day.
I could never be what Chappu was. Well, stuff happens. Best not to worry.
Waka, Lulu, and Waka's brother, Chappu. Something had happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it. Well, whatever it was none of my business, that's for sure. Best not to go there.
Okay, are we at the temple soon? There we go. Hello, temple. That's some intense music.
You here to pray for victory too?
Us pray? Who needs to pray? The Luca goers always win.
Oh yeah? Then why you here?
We've been praying for some competition this year.
So what's your goal this time? You gonna do your best again? Ha! It's too bad your best isn't good enough. Why even bother showing up?
This time, we play to win.
Ooh, play away. Just remember, even kids can play, boys.
See you in the finals!
We'll beat them. We have to.
You know that team?
Putting people down. They're as bad as my old man.
But Sir Jekt was a kind and gentle man.
Well, not my Jekt. Even 10 years after he left. Just thinking about my old man got me angry. But maybe that was just my way of keeping him... Nah.
Okay, let's go into the temple and see. I actually just want to check if... I can't remember if there are any chests around here. I think this is a noob. On this side at least. And there's only some kids playing around in here, so nothing of interest. Into the temple we go. And I see a save point over there. My favorite. There we go. Fuck off. Do I have to?
Lord O'Holland, guide our feet.
Okay, let's pray. I don't know if that actually does anything. Game mechanic wise.
A summoner, are you?
My name is Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
Donna? So, you're High Summoner Braska's daughter. That's quite a name to live up to. My. And all these people are your guardians? My, what a rabble. As I recall, Lord Braska had only 2 guardians. Quality over quantity, my dear. Whatever were you thinking? I have need of only 1 guardian. Right, Bartello?
I only have as many guardians as there are people I can trust. I trust them all with my life. To have so many guardians is a joy and an honor. Even more so than being my father's daughter. Of course, I would never think of questioning your ways either. So, Lady Donna, I ask of you, please leave us in peace.
You do what you want. Bartello, we're leaving.
Well, yeah, it is not the most she has on.
Guardian is someone a summoner can rely on. Someone she can trust with her life. I wondered, did Yuna feel that way about me? What's she smiling about?
I actually forgot all about that character.
The faith is below. Let's do it.
The faith?
Okay.
But first, the Cloister of Trials. Kamari, Waka, ready?
Strength, everyone.
Nope.
Ah! Hey, what gives?
You're not a guardian yet.
Aw.
We'll be back as soon as we can, okay?
Oh, sure, soon. Like tomorrow soon, I bet.
So, how good have I ever been in doing orders like that? You know, I got too close to Sin's toxin, so I'm just waiting for the elevator here because I already forgot that I'm not supposed to go down there. Come on.
Where's Yuna? Then why are you here?
Hey, I'm not a guardian, so I'm not supposed to go in, right?
Not a guardian, you say?
Hey, wait! Ah, let me go!
I wanted to do that on my own.
Go! Hey! What's the big idea?
Just a little game.
Huh? This is bad. Really bad.
Are you sure? And off you go. Go inside.
Only guardians allowed. And I'm sure no guardian. Well, I guess it's too late now.
In we go. Okay, let's see if we can find the chest with the citral in this time too. Take the kill catheter. Actually, I remember how to get more of Tidus's attacks now. Throughout the game, you can actually find story bits that will give him to him. Okay. I can place it there. Okay, so there are 3 holders for things here. Didn't do anything. I'll just check if any of these has any reactions to it. Okay. What if I take it back out to the beginning? Nope. There's only so much I can do. Didn't change anything either. Have I missed something? Did I test this one? I am confused. Okay, I can actually move this one. Okay. But what is that going to help me? Maybe if I take this one and try it into some of the others. No. Okay, I'm confused. I didn't miss anything, did I? There were only the one I got from out here. And this is back. And this one is not movable. Am I missing something? I'm confused. Okay, I think, have I placed the Kilika sphere in the first door here, front door? I can't remember. I only think I tested it in the two sides and the pedestal. Okay, that did something. Okay, so that's what I was looking for. Okay. Can I touch that? Oh. That's how we do it. I'm an idiot. Okay. Okay, so that brings that in here. Hope not. Okay, maybe I need to take this down here. This is a long way back and forth. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. Well, there goes that. What do we have in here? Destruction sphere. I'm thinking, can I do anything with it here? Doesn't seem that way. I'll just let it be there for now. Let's see what's over on the other side here. So this thing is sending something down. I need a fire to get in that door. Also curious, I think this is the end of this, so there must be something I'm missing. What happens if I press this one? Oh, insert a fire here instead. Nothing really? Maybe can I just want to see what happens if I take this one and what's it called? I move it over here. Push it! That was the word I was looking for. Okay, there's something. I don't think it's the one I need to put inside, but I will just check. I actually think it's the destructive spear. Sphere. I can't talk. Well, that did something. Oh. Okay, then we take this one. And then I think the destruction sphere has to go in there. Thank you, Frost. Okay, and why did I place it all the way out here? And this is why it's easy to miss those glyphs that I have to find. Because you have to go through so many steps to get it. And there's our chest. And the glyph. Red amulet. Who is that actually for? Oh, it actually is for Kimari. So he got Fire Ward, Ice Ward, and Lightning Ward. I can't remember what that's do. It still irritates me that I can't just go in and see what it is. Yeah, I just... Oh well. Unless there's anything under Help Basic. True command elements, status elements. Auto abilities. Oh, this one can actually probably tell me. So, displace the data. Why is it placed down here? That's stupid. Okay, so piercing is damage. So, what is Fire Ward doing? Heals damage from fire attacks and magic. Well, halves, sorry, not heals. That is Fire Eater. Like, he has Lightning Eater. Okay, so I can actually see the things down here now. That is a good thing to know. It's just a weird place to place them. Anyways, off we go. Hello.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Missed me?
It was Donna and that big musclehead man.
Yuna will be the one to suffer the consequences.
What consequences?
She could be excommunicated.
Well, sorry. Ow. Kimari is not really helpful. Well, then I'm just going again. I may not go again.
Just wait.
Okay.
So what's in there anyway?
The faith, remember?
Oh yeah, that thing, right.
The Faith are people who gave their lives to battle sin. Yevon took their souls, willingly given from their still living bodies.
Huh?
Now they live forever, trapped in statues. But when a summoner beckons, the souls of the Faith emerge once again. That's what we call an Aeon.
All that in this room? So what's Yuna doing in there?
She prays with all her heart for a way to defeat sin.
No, okay. Still not.
The chamber beyond is a sacred place. Only summoners may enter.
What? Even Guardians can't go?
It's taboo.
Oh.
Like so many other things. Well then.
There was something I didn't tell anyone else that day. That song we heard there, in the temple, I knew it from my childhood. It was proof that Spira and Xanarkin were connected. Somehow. At least to me it was. Maybe that's why suddenly, I felt like I just wanted to go home. I tried to say something to tell them, but the words wouldn't come.
And our newest member of the family, Ifrit. Actually, Ifrit is one of my... That was not what I wanted to do. How do I go back? Default, please, and confirm. But yeah, Ifrit is one of my favorite summonings. At least in this game. That and I think Shiva is two of my favorite summonings.
I thought I had put my feelings for Xanarkin behind me.
But you hadn't.
But they were there, and they grew inside me bigger and bigger, till I was just about ready to burst.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
What do you want to do?
To scream real loud.
Well, that worked. Okay, so now we just have to go back again. I'm missing quick travel. What is it called? Fast travel. Quick travel. Okay. So we have a Waka. You can just attack it. I don't want to use.
Let us Guardians handle the likes of these.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea. That didn't do anything. Water. At least I get to power up Yuna a little, so. And I think now I can actually play with this guy. That I hate. Okay, summon. Let's try out the new one, shall we? Ow. How does it feel about fire magic? God, it hits hard. I don't even think this is the one I thought it was. But, Hellfire? I think it would die now. Either that or I will. Okay, still alive. And it falls asleep. What the fuck? Healing. God hate it. I still have 3,000 health left. Okay, fire does more damage. Yeah, it just healed my the overdrive. Okay, let's try something else then. It mostly uses magic attacks, I've noticed, so I think if I cast the skills silence. Yuna is going to be switched out for Tamari just for a sec here. I don't know if I can lance anything from it. I can't. Can it both be silence and darkness at the same time? Okay, it's immune to darkness, so... I actually think vulnerable to fire, so it doesn't say what it's immune to actually for some reason. Oh well. Then we switch to Titus. Still not sure of the name. Specials, let's see, raise party strength and defense. Thank you. Nope, you're using black magic, please. Ow. Okay, I did poisoned. God take it. I don't think I have any items for that, do I? I actually have that close. Goody. No reason to be poisoned then. much health do I have left? 800. Please don't go to sleep and heal again, though. Skill silence attack. So you can't use your water. No, don't heal. Okay, I will get up, so that's something. I was only about to use water on it for some reason. Okay, this should do the trick now. Okay, it wasn't. Hello, Submarine. And yes, it's dead. Okay, then we can continue. Maybe I should actually. I will save them for later. And save. Okay, so now we just have to get back to the boat so we can go off to Luca. There's a chest. Hello, can I have? Oh, she actually still swings. Hunter's sword. Oh, okay. So the one up there is the one I have, and the one down, the ability is the one I get. I don't see a reason to have all those sensor. Piercing sensor. Isn't that the same I already have? Yeah, it's the same. Okay, Seeker's Ring will not be a bad one because it seems like unit doesn't have anything there. Okay, and this is for Waka. Waka doesn't seem to have anything there at all either, so... Do they also have nothing? I like Himari, so I don't see any reason to buy that one. But she only sold what's called armors and stuff, not the items. So let's go.
Off to Luca at last.
Yep.
The matches start soon as we get there, so rest up on the way, yeah?
But I just saved and healed there, you know. Okay. But off we go. And I've not remembered there's something about I can learn a special move for blitzball fights, matches in this boat trip here. And I can't remember how to get it. But we'll see. Okay. So a whole lot of nothing in here. Let's go out.
Oh, them's fascinating clothes you're wearing. Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell. Or me name's not Awaka.
Well, hello there.
Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
Awaka the 23rd, merchant extraordinaire.
Awaka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet.
Well, yep, he is a nice guy. Okay.
But someday, the name Awaka will be spoken all over Spira. Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gill to lend?
Okay, let's see. I think there's something about how much you give him that's helping you. I just have to check up on something. So... Okay. I may be taking up on stuff. I don't think I will give him one kill. Oh, I could actually have met him early on. So... yeah, if you lend him 10,001, I don't have that much, do I? No. Then he will sell his things in for 0.7 the normal price. Where if you only give him one, he will sell them at twice the price at normal. So yeah. But I think I will just start off by giving him 100.
I'll make it up to ye, that I will.
Okay, so which door did I come out of? Was it this one up here? I'm not sure. Yeah, that's one. I got turned around because of the way the camera works. Okay, so we have a staircase I can go up, and there's a power room.
What the heck is that?
What the heck is what?
What is this place?
The power room, like it says on the door?
Yeah, but why the big birds?
What's so strange about chocobo power?
Chocobos? Those are chocobos?
What? You've never seen a chocobo? What kind of backwater island did you come from, anyway?
Miracles and oddities were starting to become daily routine on this trip.
I didn't say that. What happens if I pull this lever? Can I pull it? No. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's anything else in here.
La 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 la.
Well, there we go then. Well, someone say that. Okay. So let's see. What we can find here. See if there's nothing really of interest here yet. And we learn another letter of the Albrecht language, so A is E. Of course. Okay, so Luna and Walker went up here.
Say something. You'll take responsibility.
Relax, he's bound to know someone in Luca.
And if not?
He could always join a blitz team. Anyhow, it's better than just leaving him in Besaid.
What? Just leaving him in Luca?
What do you want me to do?
Yuno wants to make him a guardian.
Oh, yeah, jeez. There's that too, eh?
And whose fault is that?
Not mine. It is mine, huh?
Well, at least he knows how he works. Okay. Don't think I missed anything else. And if... well, nothing I can do about it.
I do believe your Xanarkand exists. I really do, you know?
Well, that was helpful. Okay, where to now? Yeah, it's get more interesting in the second game of this series. Also with those two. Okay, I actually think this is where I get the next what is it called? That Blitzball move I want to learn. Well, at least he tried. And why is this creepy boy looking at me over there?
Well, well. Trying to follow in my footsteps, are you?
Maybe.
I usually charge for lessons, you know. That shot is done like this. You can't do it, kid. But don't worry, my boy. You're not the only one. No one else can do it. I'm the best.
Gee, thanks, Dad. Okay. The jack shot challenge. Alright, that's here. I should maybe have saved before, but again, well, let's see if we can get it. Memories of the day still haunts Titus, and interferes with his concentration. Try to shake off the memories and successfully perform the jack shot. That was helpful. Okay. Press at the same time. For example, when a memory appears in the upper left. Okay. I think I get the gist of it. Yep, jackpot of the year. Okay, let's see if we can do this.
You're out of your league. No one can't do it. No one else. No one else can do it. You're out of your league. Do it. You're out of your league. No one else can do it.
Did we do it? I think I did.
Huh.
I at least got an achievement for it.
The best. Yeah, right. Huh?
Whoa! What's that called?
Doesn't have a name. Anyone can do it if they try.
Show us one more time, yeah?
Hello. Okay, please promise I don't have to do that minigame again. Okay, goody. Hello, you want to talk to me?
That was the jacked shot, wasn't it?
How do you know that?
Sir Jack showed it to me when I was a child. He called it the Sublimely Magnificent Jacked Shot Mark III.
Stupid name, huh? You know what? There is no Mark 1 or Mark 2, you know? My old man said the name Mark III was just something to hook the crowd. He said they'd come back every night expecting to see Mark I and Mark II. And they really did come back. I used to get so mad. Is he alive, you think?
I don't know. But Sir Jecht was my father's guardian.
So he's famous here, too?
Yes. So, if anything happened to him, I should think word would get around fast.
Uh-huh.
What would you do if you found him?
Who knows? I thought he died 10 years ago. Well... I'd probably just smack him one. After everything he put Mom and me through. And because he was famous, I was always... Well, you should know, Yuna.
Hmm?
Your father's famous too. Everyone in Spira knows him, right?
Hmm.
Ain't it tough?
It is hard to follow in his footsteps as a summoner.
Sure.
But the honor of having a father like him surpasses all that, I think.
Well, there wasn't much to honor about my old man, that's for sure.
You shouldn't say that about your father.
I got the right.
I guess you do.
Ow!
Show me that move again.
Yo!
Really?
I didn't think my old man would come to Luca. He never did like watching other people play. But I couldn't help feeling something bad was gonna happen. And these feelings of mine are usually right. Sure, I had told Waka I'd help him win the tournament, but I wasn't sure I had it in me to play at all anymore.
Sleepy time. And of course we want to save the game. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the day we've all been waiting for. The opening tournament of the season. This event is sponsored by Yemen. And this year we celebrate Maester Micah's 50th year in office.
Ah, over there. The ships carrying the players are arriving now. This would be dock number 2. All the way from Kilika, it's the Kilika Beasts. High Summoner O'Holland used to play for them. A big name to live up to.
Their hometown was recently attacked by Sin. Isn't that right, Jimmy?
Yes, Baba, they're gonna be pulling out all the stops to try and bring back the cup this year.
Exciting, isn't it, folks? Our next team off the ramp is... Well, well, well. If it isn't the Besaid Aurochs.
They're a living, breathing, statistical impossibility. I've never seen a team this bad.
Gee, thanks.
That's right. In 23 years, they've never made it past the first round. Only a few die-hard fans are in the audience today.
Best of luck to them and a safe journey back to Besaid.
Right, Jim? Moving right along, our next team is... Here they are, folks. Our very own Luca Goers. They've got power, they've got speed, they've got teamwork. They're an all-round first-class team, and they're back home in Luca.
Without a doubt, they are the favorite this year, Baba. And after the way they dominated last year, it'd take a miracle for them to lose today.
You can say that again, Jimma. Look at the crowd, folks. Look at the crowd. Looks like all of Luca has turned out to cheer the goers on. They know, I know, and you know, folks. The Luca goers are #1.
Does announcing not supposed
It's
to be
like this every year,
not
yeah?
passionate?
Don't let it bother you.
Stop right there, goers. You guys are smiling now, but not for long. 'Cause this year, us Aurochs are taking the cup.
What in Yevon's name were you doing up there?
We sure stood out, though. We were on the sphere. We were. Maester Micah is here.
Already?
The number 3 die.
What's up now?
Maester Micah has arrived, that's what.
Micah? Maester?
Maester Micah is the leader of all the peoples of Spira. He's come all the way from Bavel. The tournament is being held to honor his 50 years as Maester.
50 years? Shouldn't he be, retired by now?
Hey, mind your mouth now.
Let's all go see him.
Well, off you go then. I have no clue where I am. Also, I really have to make sure that I don't miss stuff. Doesn't seem like there's anything here though. There's a save point over here, so you know what? Save! Okay. So my game says I have to go that way. Where am I in comparison to everything? No clue. I'm just checking other things, so no mental. Okay, so I think I have a clear idea. Can I go this way without the game saying no? Of course not.
Can't see a thing.
Shh.
Oh, what is his name again?
That's
Seymour?
a Guado, right?
Who could it be?
Isn't that Maester Seymour?
Yes, I was right. Of course, Titus didn't pray at all.
People of Spira, I thank you for your generous welcome. Rise, Maester Seymour, and all of you as well. I present to you the son of Maester Giskel Guado, who departed for the far plain a fortnight past. As some of you already know, he has been officially ordained a Maester of Yevon.
I am Seymour Guado. I am honored to receive the title of Maester. In life, My father Jiskel worked to foster friendship between man and Guado. I vow to carry on his legacy and to fulfill my duties as Maester to the best of my abilities.
You too. Bow your head.
I don't know why Seymour's voice sounds really familiar, but I can't place it.
Really psychs you up, yeah? All right, last meeting before the match. How so?
Okay, I think I have the ability to do what I want to do now. Of course I want to save. I think I'll rename it to Saving Fantasy instead of the Final Fantasy. Defense.
Where's Waka?
Let the matchup draws.
We had to play the Gorers in the first match last year.
The year before that, and the one before that, too.
Well, we would have lost to anyone anyway.
Get Walker.
We're playing the Albed Sykes first. If we win, we're in the finals. That's right, we got seeded. 2 wins, and we're the champions. First things first. Let's go over the basics again, boys.
Okay. I don't want to take the tutorial.
There you are. Someone said they saw Sir Orin in a cafe.
Orin?
Yes, Sir Orin. Let's go find him.
Well, and off we go.
Hey! Hey! The game starts like real soon. You come back quick, yeah?
Hey, I'll be back.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Waka. You're stiff, man. No, not your face. Just breathe out. Relax.
Okay.
Like this. Just breathe. Yeah.
Maybe now we can find Sir Jekt.
Huh? How?
Sir Orin was also my father's guardian. So, he might know where Sir Jekt is. Let's go now.
It didn't even occur to me to think that the Arin Yuna was talking about and the one that I knew from Xanarkand could be 2 different people. I don't know why, but I knew it was the same guy. I knew it was the same Orin.
Okay, I have control again. Let's see. Is there anything of face camera?
I'm counting on you, bud.
Okay. There's really nothing here except for the safe. Wow, that camera. There's nothing in here but except for the save point, so we don't want to use too much.
Hey! Albed Sykes, right? Some Albed saved me the other day, and this girl Riku gave me food, and... you don't understand me, do you?
Doesn't work.
Anyway, if you meet Riku, tell her thanks for me. Oh, and as for the first game, may the best team win.
He's an idiot. What can I say? Okay. Let's see what we can find here. What are you? Okay, so she's just a receptionist. Where does this way lead me, if I even may go that way? Okay, so these are the ducks from before. Let's get chest here. I think I will take a turn around to see how many things I can find. Before I move to where I need to do. I think that is an item for Kimauria just found. Okay, sensor piercing. I really want Wider Strike more than sensor. I have a feeling I pronounce it wrong all the time. You're welcome. Okay. So this one wasn't the one I came in with before, or am I mistaken? I think I'm mistaken. Okay, anything important else here? Doesn't seem that way. Can I go up the ship? I don't think so too. Nope. I may not. I'm stuck. Okay, and this is where we talked to that guy before, and I don't see any chest down there, and I'm pretty sure I can't get above the ship either, so no real reason to run that way. Can't see anything here either. Off we go. Doesn't seem to be anything here at all either. Oh. Well, there are two chests down here, so let's take them. Magic Sphere and HP Sphere. So that is for when I'm leveling up. That was really good hit. I hope I didn't miss anything else. And this way. And yeah, now I'm back here. So let's check down here, and then we go find Jet. Not Jet, Oren. Got camera. What do we do? There's a chest here. Oh, what? I just wanted to. Okay. Albert Prime, VSF. I didn't even see that. Okay, so I think we have been all around now. So let's save, because it's me. And let's see if we can find Sir Jet down here. Not Jet, why Oren? Two different people.
I'm sorry. Please let me through. Hey, let's go.
So many people.
You're really famous.
It comes with the territory, I think, of being a summoner. And Lady Braska's daughter. Lady Braska. Wow.
I hope we don't get separated.
Sir Braska.
Luna! Huh? What was that?
In Xanarkin, we do this to cheer on Blitz players. you try it too. Put your fingers in your mouth like this.
Like this?
Not like that. This. Then you just blow.
It's not working.
Practice.
Okay.
Hey, use that if we get separated. Then I'll come running, okay? Well, guess we should just stick together then, till you can do it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so where the freak am I now? Where did I come from? Where did I go? What is this way? Cut my Joe. Okay, so they changed the angle of things. That's confusing. That's all hell. I actually didn't know this place really well, I think. But I think more because I played the second game, because you use a lot of time in this area to unlock stuff. Just checking if I can find anything. Doesn't seem like there's anything here though. There's one thing there. Albert Prime. K is G. You have achieved the rank of Albert Pagerheim. I don't know what that is about. I think maybe there's a shop. Oh, the Sphere Theater. So this is where you can watch the movies, hear the music, stuff like that. So, and in the second game, you also unlock stuff by here, I think, by buying it. So that's why I've used a lot of time there, I think. I can't remember, I'm not sure, but well, let's see. I think I have everything for now I can find, so let's go on and see if we can find Sir Oren.
Whoa! This is a pretty big town.
Luca is the second largest city in Spira.
I thought every town was little, you know, like Besaid and Kilika.
Towns don't usually get bigger than that. Because when a lot of people start to gather...
Sin? What about Luca? It's safe here?
It's not any different, but the stadium is here. The Crusaders fight to protect it with all their strength.
They protect the stadium?
Blitzball is really the only entertainment that we have. Spira's a little short on fun these days.
Whoa. Talk about pressure.
Just a little.
That's right. Is Xanarkand like this too?
Well, there are more buildings, all tall ones, and cramped together.
Oh. They must be so tall. Don't you ever get dizzy?
Not really.
Let's go find Sir Oren.
Well, wasn't it a plan from the beginning? Okay, is this shops or anything? Got any weapons? Let's see. Okay, this one is actually better than the one I have right now. Because the one I had... Oh no, it's not. Sorry, the one on top is what I have. So this is actually worse. Okay, nothing really of interest. But maybe some items will be a good thing to have. So I have one of these, so if I stack up to 10, and I want 10 of these too, then I should be fairly okay. Hello. No, I don't really want a red balloon. I was just thinking about is it in Spider-Man 2, the game, where a child always loses his balloon? Okay, so Oren is that way apparently. What is up here then? I'm really good at following directions. Okay, I know I get to go that way later, so because that's actually on road for the story, so I will not go that way. So in here we go.
Oren's not here.
You're kind of right about that. Hey, Kimari. Have you been stalking us all this time?
Why not talk, Kimari? Not see Yenke for 10 years. Say something. Kimari forget Yenke? Forget Biran?
Leave Kimari, Yankee. Kimari is small, Ranso. Kimari's so small, can't see Yankee and Biran's faces.
Kimari forget Ronso friends? We taught you much at time of Hornmult. Biran taught Kimari to be strong, Ronso.
Maybe taught too much.
Take him on.
Oh! Take it outside. The tournament's starting, you hear?
The game!
Today, on this glorious day, players from all over Spira have assembled here to participate in this great contest of bravery, skill, and strength. All of these fine teams, equally renowned, deserve to win the cup today. Such is the nature of this contest. Let us, the spectators, play our role accordingly. Let us sing to the glory of the winners and applaud equally the valor of the defeated. Contestants, may heaven be with you.
And tournament time. I still really want to know how they keep the spheres in there of water. You never really get an explanation for it. Yep. It would actually be fun if they made a Square Enix actually made a game of this.
Yuna's gone.
Stop hitting me. But I actually think it could be fun with a game just Spearball or Blitzball, where they really outplays how to
Where
play
in
it.
Spira have you been?
Huh?
Yuna's been kidnapped by the Al Bhed Sykes. In exchange for her safe return, they want the Aurochs to lose.
What?
If they're only blitzball players, I doubt they'd do anything drastic. But we shouldn't take chances. Let's go get her.
I'm going too. This'll be no problem. They're telling the Aurochs to throw the game, as if they needed to. I mean, how good a team can they be?
Waka said the same thing. He'll take care of the game. We should go get Yuna. The Al Bhed boat is in Dock 4. Let's go.
Off to Dock 4 then. But yeah, Blitzball could be a really good game if they outflex it more than... Okay. If they really fleshed out and made a good game of it, because the one here is really... You can, it's a kind of a mini game in it, just like the card games in the earlier Final Fantasy games. So, not to say that it's easy, but Machina.
Whoa, what are they? Ancient Machina salvaged by the Al Bhed. They are mostly vulnerable to lightning.
Yeah, you participate a little in here. You move your character around, but then you have to shoot the ball all the time when enemies get around and stuff like that. I will be playing it because you have to, story-wise. So you will be seeing how it works when you get to that point. I'm not sure. I don't think I can draw anything from these guys. No. And there we go. Actually, there is a very easy way to defeat them, but I don't have the ability yet. I think he go... I don't think it's... Maybe... Isn't there something called a Red Mage, or am I mistaken? Because he's like the Lancers and stuff like that. I think in Final Fantasy 9 there are I don't know if it's a guy or girl actually. The one in red. He's kind of the same kind of character, like that character. Okay, well, the more I learn, and I've played so many Final Fantasy games, I just can't remember stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't play that much of Final Fantasy 9 myself. I had mostly all of the Final Fantasy games, but I was so fortunately that I got all my Final Fantasy games, my PlayStation 1 and stuff like that, stolen some years ago, so I lost all of my games. And in Final Fantasy IX, I only got to the part where you have to turn the king from being a frog, I think it was. So I didn't get that far into the game, sadly. And I haven't played it since. I actually think I have it on Steam now, so I should actually be playing it at some point. I really should have a Thunderblade or something like that. Oh well. More?
What's up with these guys?
I sure want to know. Okay, I don't think I will use magic just to save on Lulu's MP. Or I should maybe, because I actually thought that Titus will kill it. Oh well, I hit my head with it.
The Al-Bhed were expecting us.
You can say that. Okay, just get it over with then. High potion and an X potion. No clue what an X potion is. I can't remember.
The Aurochs are keeping the score tied with some excellent defense, folks. Oh, he'll feel that one in the morning.
Ah, but the referee doesn't call the foul. Waka's taking a real beating out there.
Yeah, I think there's something about that too.
Huh. Still in there. He won't last. Waka's always like that.
Ouch.
Let's go.
Okay, we have a save. Well, I couldn't use magic then. Oh well. So this means probably boss fight here. Is that how it works?
Let's go.
How can she actually run in that dress? It will weigh tons because of all the belts.
Hey, we can use this crane.
Okay, trigger command, use crane. Okay. I think it's out of power actually.
Come on, move!
It's probably out of power.
Yeah, but did you have all those belts too? Okay, let's see. Kimaru first. Can I lance anything from this guy? Okay, that's just a nope. Okay, now Kimaru can't use magic. Still hit though. Blind ball. Come on. Okay, I'm really sure that I have to hit it 2 more times with the lightning. let's see, cheer. Just so better defense and better attack. I don't like that Kimari actually is blinded. But okay, better him than Lulu, so I can use magic. Kimari can't hit. Can I use Lance just to get some HP and MP from it then? There we go. And use Crane. That is true. Okay, you don't need these parts. Goodbye. Oh god, they gave a lot of damage to it. Okay. And since it's Machina, I'm pretty sure that it's weak to thunder. Well, that was easy. Saved. Phantom Bomba.
I hope you hurt them.
A little. What is it?
There were these Al-Bhed that saved my life when I first came to Spira. They took me on their ship. They even gave me food. I was kind of hoping that this was the same ship. But it's not. I wonder if they're all gone.
What happened?
Sin came up near us. I made it out okay, but I don't know what happened to their ship.
Was there anyone called Sid on that ship?
I don't know. They were all speaking that Al-Bhed language.
I see.
So who's Sid?
He's my uncle, but I've never actually met him.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so that means you're Al-Bhed too, Yuna?
On my mother's side, yes. Sid is my mother's brother. He became distant after my mother married. But she told me to seek him out if I ever needed help.
You're worried he was...
Don't tell Waka about Yuna's lineage. The thing about Waka, he never had much love for the Al-Bhed.
Whoa! I gotta tell Waka.
I thought I told you not to tell Waka.
The game!
Oh!
That part about rotating Waka.
Seconds left. The Aurochs are launching an all-out offensive. A long pass from Lenny. It goes through. Oh. Oh. He shoots. Unbelievable! The Aurochs win the match 3-2.
We won!
We did it! We're in the finals!
the most graceful win. If it was Chapu, he'd still be standing.
Hey, aren't you being just a little unfair?
Excuse me?
I know I could never take Chapu's place. You're the one who told Waka that, right, Lulu? And I don't think Waka would ever try to take Chapu's...
You don't want to finish that sentence.
Maybe not. I have a feeling I will get a knife in my side or something if I do. Okay. So let's go to this place. Actually, I just think I have to go back, but save. I said save.
Sure you all right, Cap? The game starts in a few minutes. You sure you okay?
We're playing the Gores, too.
Miss me?
Lady Yuna, are you okay?
All this because of me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
How can you let some outbed kidnap you?
Hey, let it go, all right?
Don't go near outbed anymore, okay? They're trouble.
Okay. So I actually think we're gonna get to the baseball. I can't even get down to him, can I? Oh, I actually can. Hello. Are you okay?
The game starts soon. No time for warm-ups. Ready?
Let me at him.
All right. I got something to tell you boys. After this game, I'm retiring. I promised myself this would be my last tournament. Win or lose, I'm quitting Blitzball. But you know, since we're here, we might as well win.
Yeah!
Mind a bench.
I'm warming a bench. He's taking my place. All right, boys, let's win this one. Let's make the goers goners.
Let's blitz.
Okay.
I saw you floating there on the sphere.
Hey, you weren't supposed to see that. Oh.
You really gave it your all, didn't you?
That and a little more, I think.
All right, boys, what are we gonna do?
Win!
For Captain Walker.
That's how sports fans and sports players are.
This is it, folks. In just a few minutes, the championship game.
My best memories are here. Captain Walker.
But who could have imagined a championship game between these two teams? Our legendary Luca Goers going against the horrendously ill-fated Besaid Aurochs!
This looks like history in the making, Baba.
Hello, Oren. I'm gonna destroy this match too. I don't think he did this the first time, but yeah. Okay, so now we're going to see how a Blitz match goes. I can't promise I will win it though. The first one here is always the hardest one.
They're already going at it, folks. The goers are taunting the Aurochs.
You just wait. Okay, so this is more or less how that works. So I didn't even move around there, it does it on its own. So I can try to break through. I'll just have to remember how it works. So I have 10 AP. I should be able to break through them both. Oh, actually, I can't remember what the things are. Now I'm my own fault for not taking the tutorial. Okay. And I have to break through both of them. If I take this one, I don't know, just break through one, I break through both of them. If I take one of them and then pass. Okay, so my N is how hard I can take a hit, apparently. Okay, so he tries to shoot a goal. Okay, he will not score though, because his thing is at 0. Why are they so strong? Oh god, there are 2 of them too. No break. Pass. I think they will get the ball though. Oh god, they didn't. But it's a 0, so I'm not sure Titters will get it either. That looks like a goal though. Oh god. Okay, pass. Why is Titus so far away? Okay, I have a 10 on pass. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can get a goal in. So, no break, shoot, I had hoped for I could use a special shot or something like that. God, but he can continue now. And he had a really high pass. Okay, at least I got the ball. Okay. Damn it. Okay, Titus has the ball, at least. I only had one moment. I thought I had the special shot. Oh god, can I go? If I can't go back if I do this. God dang it. I can't score it all either, so that's irritating. I should have break one of them first. And now they're really getting dangerous. Okay. We'll probably get a goal now. Gotta hit it. Yeah, I knew it. But again, it's so hard, so... How am I supposed to get through all this? Okay, he has an attack. They will get the ball no matter what I do, so...
And it's halftime!
The goers are just playing great, Baba. Really great.
On defense, boys! Stop those goers!
What about me?
Get the ball and just shoot like crazy!
Goers are going down! Yeah!
Shoot like crazy!
Yeah!
Okay, let's try this again.
Alright, hustle!
I'm really confused of... Oh, that's why maybe I didn't have... Okay, so instead of steer shot, I now have jet shot. Where I think spear shot is the normal shot they do. I can't do anything there. Okay. And this is also how you can learn new attacks with your players. If someone uses the shot that are marked here, okay, he already has venom shot. And he can't learn it. So I can learn new abilities like that, if I'm not mistaken. But let's see, now I should have the jack shot that will actually help me a lot getting goals, I hope. Okay, one person is in. He doesn't have the best of attack, so I will do this and then pass it to Titus. Okay, so now I can actually take one break. Or should I just go for it? No break. Why can't I select my specials? Or do I need to have it as a goal shot? Is this something I'm missing? Okay, here goes. Let's see if this works. There we go. So now they get the balls to begin with, though. I really wish I could get more than one person in on them. But again, since I'm not in control of anything at all, it makes it a little hard. Okay. I have two on me. I can take one to break, and then I can maybe pass, I hope. When I'm tangled, god dang it. But I got the technique. I can't keep the ball though. Please, I want one of my characters to get it. Why one up there though? Okay, he has 3 people he should come through now. It's okay, I have it. How many? Oh god. 4? And he has too high attack. I will just try and see if I can pass it. I know I can't. But there's so many in my vicinity.
The fans are getting impatient. They're calling for some action.
I'm doing the best I can. But now I'm losing Titus because Walker comes in again to finish off the fight.
Everyone seems to be calling for Waka, folks.
Yeah, I can get that. This irritates me a little because Waka, that can't remember if Waka had any good attacks for the last part of the fight. Oh, the game. I still call it a fight though, because it is.
Say, where is that player going?
Wasn't it halftime?
He's leaving the sphere pool. He may be injured.
Okay.
To be honest, I did kind of feel left out. But it really was the Oryx and Waka show after all.
I wonder what's happening. The crowd is going wild. Ah, it's Waka. He's back on the field and ready to go.
Okay, let's see if we can do
The
this.
Aurochs seem glad to have him back.
But yeah, it's not a given that you win this fight at all, the game at all. It's really, really a battle to do it. Okay, pass to Waka. Waka is the strongest one on the team, so it's just to get him. Why so many on me all the time? Okay, I can take one attack. And then I will try to do a venom shot into the goal. Not enough though. That was not enough. And now there's no one in between him and the goal. At least he threw it. Okay, I have the ball. Okay. Can I take... Yeah, he's not that strong. Who is it that I have? Almost at the goal. Waka is still the best though. Time's up. God dang it. Overtime. Can I... Ah, god dang it. Can I change that? That was not... Okay, that's stupid. That you can't change when you press things. I want to walk in the middle. Can I reset? Okay. like this. Okay, and I only have Venom shots, so none of the others had any. Nothing I can learn. And nothing. Let's go with this then. And fingers crossed I can get that one goal I need to win this. Why does they start with the ball? That's cheating. I want it. Thank you. Okay, break one. Shoot. Venom shot, please. Damn it! Okay, break this one and then pass. I really want this goal. He's so annoying that he has such a high attack, the first one. No break. Let's just shoot. And fingers crossed. Damn it. Well, that didn't help. Okay, shoots at the gold. So, a chance that he will score because he has a really high shoot. I knew it. Yeah, and that ended the game because it was overtime, so only one goal needed. That was irritating.
The Aurochs may have lost the game, but what a way to go!
But yeah, again, it's so hard to win the first match. So I think in my own, I only have done it 2 or 3 times in all the times I've played this game. So because you have so little control over all the things that happens, so it makes it really hard. In the later in the game, it gets really easy to play these matches, but because if you have not trained on all the characters and everyone else who fights against is so strong in comparison to you, the only reason that you can get a goal is because you have Titus as the first player. And since you couldn't even set up how you wanted to play in the first match, then you can't set up it for being effective at all. Because the first one you don't even have the shot you need, and in the second match you don't set where Titus has to be in comparison to the other guys. So it's just ridiculously hard. And now it sounds like me complaining a lot, but yeah, I am. God dang it. Overkill. I actually also think that overkill gives more XP. I remember reading something about that. Okay, almost through all those guys. Well, not the best, but it's something. Weren't you supposed to hit all of them? Apparently not. I think maybe because I missed one, it didn't do it. Is there anyone that has little damage? Nope. Okay, through them. How did they even get in here? That is my question.
What's happening?
Show off. Okay, what do I have? Skill power break. Lowers the enemy's strength. And kills it. Not even worth my time.
Sir Aura!
So, you do know him?
Yeah, best guardian there ever was.
Okay. Hey, it wasn't your turn yet. Skill dark. It just killed Titus. Items, can I get him up and stand again, please? I can't remember if I could just keep doing this to have it darkness. Okay, it has no darkness on it anymore, I can see. But it can't hit me either, so that's a good thing. Ow. Okay, it's almost dead, so... There we go. Liquid steel. Acquired.
Hey, give me a break!
Well, it seems like they want to break your bones. We'll use something he has there.
You're really leaving, Captain? Shouldn't you heal up first?
Yuna needs me with her now. I can't be lying around in some bed.
Yeah, but...
Come on, look sharp! The Blitz season just started. Don't make those faces, yeah? Well, see ya, boys. You be good. I can't hear you.
Captain!
Are you sure?
Never liked long goodbyes anyway. Sorry for making you wait, Yuna. I had some promises to keep, yeah? From now on, I'm your full-time guardian.
Then welcome back, Sir Waka. Good to have you with us.
Hey. It's good to be back, yeah? So, any news on what happened?
Not really. We don't know where the fiends came from. Maester Micah is safe and sound, thanks to Maester Seymour. That's about it.
Maester Seymour's Aeon. It was so powerful.
Yeah, we're gonna get that or something.
Hey, you! Don't just stand there! All of this is your fault! Getting swallowed by sin, ending up here in Spira, not being able to go back to Xanark, and everything! I'm telling you, it's all your fault!
Well, that sounded helpful.
Who are you anyway? You knew my old man, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you also knew Yuna's father?
That's correct.
Hey man, there's no way. That's just impossible.
Nothing impossible about it. Jecht, Braska, and I, together we defeated Sin 10 years ago. Then I went to Zanarkand, where I watched over you, so that one day I could bring you to Spira.
Why did it have to be me?
Jecht asked me to.
Is he alive?
It depends on what you mean by alive. He is no longer human. But then, I felt something of Jecht there in that shell, couldn't you? You must have felt him when you came in contact with Sin.
It can't be.
It is. Sin is Jecht.
No, that's ridiculous! No way! I don't believe you!
But it is the truth. You'll see for yourself. Come with me.
If I say no?
Every story must have an ending.
I don't care about your stories!
I see. Sorry you feel that way. Fine then. Come or don't come, it's your decision.
Ah! What am I supposed to say? You tell me it's my decision. But I don't have a choice, do I? You're the only one who can tell me what's going on anyways. I have to go with you, I have to!
Irritating, I know. Or are you afraid? It's all right.
Orin. Will I ever go home? Back to Zanarkand?
That's up to Jecht. I'm going to offer my services to Yuna. Come.
And that is how he joins the team. Doesn't seem like there's any pickups here. I can just go under it. Okay, well, off to see Yuna. Hey, you didn't get far. Save point. Okay, we still have 15 minutes left of the stream, so I will continue a little. I don't think anything major is coming up right at the corner, so... did I actually get any new equipment? I got the liquid steel. This has water strike. What does the one I have right now have? Strength. Even though the +5 strength is nice, I think this one is better. Actually, Dark Touch, isn't that help? Where is... Dark Touch sometimes adds darkness to attacks and skills. Almost always... Wasn't it Dark Strike I had? If it's Dark Strike, then it's actually pretty good. If it's Dark Touch, then not so much. Oh, only Dark Touch. Then Water Strike is better. I'm just going quickly through all things I have here. And I got the Thunder Model, which has Lightning Strike. It seems a little better. Attack Spear already equipped. And then we have some levels to get rid of here. So I can go in one and get these, and then I have to go around. So I can get it here. If you already have, why can't I get that? Oh, I don't have what I need to get it. What is that? That is a Technic, so I need a Technic Sphere. Change the empty notes into HP and magic. I will save them for a later time, I guess. And the plan with him was to go around, so... Okay, I think I'm good there. So let's go this way. This was the way I said I was supposed to go before, because, yeah.
You think he's gonna stay here?
Sir Orin knows him, apparently. You were right. He did meet someone he knew.
Do you think he'll find a way back to Xanarkand?
In any case, I'll miss having him around.
You say that?
He's still in town, isn't he? I think I'll go see him. Oh!
Whoa!
Sir Orin!
Yuna.
Sir.
I wish to become your guardian. Do you accept?
You're serious?
You refuse?
No, no. We accept, right everyone?
Of course! No problem at all!
But why?
I promised Braska.
You promised? My father? Thank you, Sir Orin. You're welcome to join us.
And he comes too.
Hi, guys. Howdy.
This one I promised Jecht.
Is Sir Jecht alive?
Can't say. Haven't seen him in 10 years.
I see.
You'll meet eventually.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
What's our itinerary? Where are we headed?
Hey, come with me.
Okay. And everyone knows this scene.
Hey, watch.
Hey, you got pretty good.
You sound sad.
Yeah, maybe.
Want to scream?
I really don't think that's gonna help this time.
You know what?
Hmm?
It's embarrassing to say this myself, but summoners and their guardians are kind of like Spira's ray of light. A lot of people in Spira depend on us. I learned to practice smiling when I'm feeling sad, you know. I know it's hard.
Yeah. I understand. I think.
Right. Now let's see what you can do.
Huh?
Come on.
This is weird.
Next, try laughing out loud.
What?
Try to
Come on,
evolve.
show me. You probably shouldn't laugh anymore.
And this is the part that gets making fun of a lot on the internet because people take it out of context.
Too funny.
It was your idea.
Thank you.
Huh?
I want my journey to be full of laughter.
So yeah.
Okay.
If we should get separated, just whistle. I'll come running. I promise.
Well, let's go. What are you looking at?
We were just worried you guys might have gone crazy.
Sorry. Well then, all right. Now, we will go to the temple at Jose. And Guardians, don't forget to smile.
Off we go for that then. But yeah, I think it's a shame that people take that laugh thing out of context and then say the voice acting is bad because of that part. But yeah, the voice acting is not the best, but it's not that bad either. So welcome to, I think it's Mihan High Road. So says here, but I'm almost out of time, so if okay, so now I can play even more Blitzball if I want to. I don't really want to. Anyways, I think I will save here for today and then end the stream because I only have 7 more minutes to go before we hit the 3-hour mark. So I think this is a good way to place to end it off. And then we will continue again on Wednesday. I don't think I have anything there, so I should be able to. And then Friday, we also have one. And after that, we probably will have a 2 weeks break, depending on my ability to stream. Either that or we will. I don't think Monday and Wednesday next week I will be able to stream. The week on Friday, I don't have the time either. I know that. So we will have 1 week's break. The week after that, I may be able to stream, but if I do, it will be later on the day instead, because I have to start taking driver's license for a forklift. So, and that will be mostly at the morning and the most of the day. So, my time zone, of course. Did I save? I'm not sure. Okay, now I have saved. So, but I will inform about that on Twitter so people know if I stream or not. And again, next week I will see if it's possible for me to stream. At least Monday and Wednesday. I can't promise, it depends on how many people comes for what I have to do. Because I don't want too much noise around me when I stream, because that would be irritating to watch then. So with that, I will end the stream off for today, and I will see you all again on Wednesday, hopefully. Unless something goes horribly wrong. So with that, I hope you enjoyed it today, and yeah, I got nothing else, so I will see you all next time. So have a great day.